probably might be a big mistake, but so is starting with the commons in Skibidi Toilet Battle, so I should be okay. You know those animated storytime channels like Share My Story or My Story Animated? You know, those channels with clearly fake stories that somehow made you want to shove a knife in your monitor? Yeah, those ones. Well, I've had a bone to pick with them for a long time now. I would go off on rants talking to myself about these things. And this is gonna be kind of similar to that. The main difference here is that now the entire world can see my schizophrenic ramblings. Watching Share My Story, and don't worry, I will get to My Story anime because I have a serious bone to pick with those guys, but for now, we just gotta watch this. What is this, you may ask? Well, the hit video, I am breastfed at 16. If you've seen my last video, you may have expected that I would not be doing cringe again, but no, we're doing back-to-back cringe. Or if you don't like cringing or just simply don't want to watch a video of a 16-year-old drinking his mom's milk at that age, you can leave. I do not blame you. However, if you can't handle it or just simply want to see me talk about it, then stick around because that's what we'll be doing. Without further ado, let's get on to it because the sooner I do this, the sooner the pain ends. And don't worry, for you guys, I will try to make it off there, but what I was trying to say is that I'm going to try to make the pain more tolerable so you guys don't have to suffer as much as I did. Now let's actually get into this.
Hey, I'm Chris, and I've always been very close with my mom.
Off the bat, I already have something to complain about. The lip sync. It ain't very good, to say the least. Well, I also don't do that either. Heck, my mouth doesn't even move. But I have 57 subscribers and pennies as a budget. I at least have a leg to stand on. They don't.
I guess it's because my dad left us when I was a baby. Ever since, our favorite activity was her breastfeeding me.
I had to do some more censorship because that hurt to look at. And I don't want you guys to go through the same pain. And yeah, it's just white skin without a nipple, but I'm not taking any chances.
But on my 10th birthday, she asked me if I wanted to stop doing it. I was shocked and started crying because I loved drinking my mom's milk. It tastes much better than cow milk because even though it starts off a bit watery, after a few seconds, it gets really creamy. Yum!
That sure there was a sense I never want to hear and would be comfortable not hearing. For obvious reasons, I feel like this kid should be placed on a list somewhere. You just said you thought it was better and just moved on. You didn't have to say all of that, man.
That's why I told her I would never stop drinking her milk. And to this day, every morning and every evening, my mom comes into my room to breastfeed me. I guess the only weird thing is that I'm 16.
Well, yes, that is the main reason. I can name a couple other reasons. For example, when you started crying over not being able to drink mommy's milk anymore. No normal person does that. At least not normal people that are your age.
I actually didn't know it was strange to be breastfed as a teenager because my mom homeschooled me until 8th grade.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying that. Your mom straight up told you when you were 10 that it's time to stop. Yeah, no, any human should be able to put 2 and 2 together, and you likely did, so don't pin on that.
After that, I went to a public school, and when I asked one of my classmates if he'd rather drink milk from a cow or from his mom, he started laughing because he thought I was making a joke. But I don't think it's something to laugh about.
It is.
I mean, what's wrong about being breastfed as a teenager? It tastes amazing. There are lots of health benefits, and I have a really close relationship with my mom because of it.
And no, number one, when talking about those health benefits, the people are usually referring to fetuses. You know, the type of people in the YouTube Shorts comments section. Number two, that type of stuff definitely screws with your head. Now, I wouldn't know this because I'm a machine. I can't even drink milk or anything for that matter, but still, I bet it probably screws with it, and I'm probably gonna be proven right.
The only thing I wish is that my mom was less overprotective and less involved in my life. I often feel like I'm living in a bubble, like she won't let me play soccer with my classmates because she is worried about me being injured. And when I meet up with friends at a mall, she wears a wig and follows us wherever we go to make sure I'm safe.
Yeah, sure she does. That's totally what happened. If I haven't mentioned it before, these videos are faker than the secret 10th class in TF2. Somewhat because there is a chance that the main part of the story actually happened, but the little details, yeah, no, fake.
It's super annoying, but most of the time, she doesn't allow me to go outside at all. She says it's for my own safety, but I think she's just jealous when I'm hanging out with my friends because she doesn't have any friends herself.
Okay, I'll admit that one was pretty funny. I'll give the video props for that.
And if I should ever get a girlfriend, my mom would probably go crazy and try to destroy our relationship, because I don't think she could handle sharing her son with another woman.
Probably worried about you drinking your girlfriend's milk instead of hers.
But isn't it a normal part of life to become independent of your parents? To move out and start your own life and your own family? Well, I know it will break my mom's heart, but as soon as I go to college, I will move out of her place.
Yeah, sure you will. You know, just ignoring the fact that based on your behavior, you're practically addicted to her stuff. Also, you shouldn't be talking about what's normal and what's not.
I haven't told her yet, but I already made the decision. Her style of parenting already made me become the weird kid in school. Because whenever something happens that I don't like, I just start crying or screaming.
See, dear viewers, this is what us elites like to call fatherless behavior. This entire video is technically an example of fatherless behavior because if his father were present in his life, this video would not be made.
I know it's immature, but I can't help it. My emotions just take over. Like one time a classmate of mine took a potato from my plate and ate it. He knew I would get upset about it. But he probably didn't expect what I did next. I got so mad that I threw the rest of my plate into his face, and then I started screaming as loud as I could in the middle of our cafeteria.
First off, bro really think he... Second off, you behaving like this over a potato of all things is just more fatherless behavior. Let's be honest, probably also a side effect of all the milk.
It took me a few seconds to realize that I had embarrassed myself in front of my whole school. It was the most pathetic moment in my life, and now everybody thinks that I'm a complete weirdo. I actually blame my mom for me being so immature. She homeschooled me until I was 14, and I never had any other kids to play with, so I never learned the rules of how to interact with other people.
Now, don't blame your mom on this. This is a you problem because you are underdeveloped. Being homeschooled is not the problem. The problem is your refusal to quit drinking milk. Speaking of which, you probably would have already been the weird kid due to your dietary habits.
I guess she is scared of losing me and wants me to stay mature, so that I'll never move out of her home. That's why I recently told her I wanted to join the military once I turn 18.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Mr. Milk apparently wants to be on the same level as me. Granted, it's not like I do a lot, I just sit in the back and make spikes, but at least I don't absolutely lose it over a potato.
I was just joking, but she almost had a heart attack and started begging me not to do it. She said it's too dangerous for a little boy like me. I got angry and wanted to tell her I'm not a little boy anymore.
Compared to someone like me or Striker Jones, yes you are. Heck, even Sai is less mature than you and he's 10. Actually, I don't know his actual age, but I definitely know he's probably younger than Chris over here. Dude, a yellow balloon would mop the floor with you, let alone an actual soldier with guns and knives.
But then she offered me to play hide and seek again, just like in the old times. It's a game where my mom hides somewhere inside our house, and once I find her, I can drink her milk as a reward. We hadn't played this game in years, so I got really excited, and we ended up playing for hours. It felt so good and comforting, because it was just like in the old times. But afterward, I realized my mom had tricked me into being a little boy again.
No, she didn't. That's on you. Clearly, you have an issue with taking accountability. Did she make you play hide and seek? No, you did that by yourself. She's not trying to keep you immature. You are keeping yourself immature by refusing to man up and take accountability. Also having little to no self-restraint, as seen by how you quickly jumped at the opportunity to play hide and go sucky.
It's all a part of our selfish plan to keep me immature. Anyways, for the next 2 years, I will continue to live with my mom, and I'm not planning to stop breastfeeding anytime soon. I simply enjoy it too much.
That's why you continue to act like this! Your immaturity and refusal to grow up is the exact reason why you're in this situation. No, LED, calm down. You don't have that much longer to go. You just gotta make it through a bit more and then it's over.
But I do know that at some point, I need to grow up and become independent of my mom. Because right now I'm a pathetic weasel that can't even take care of himself. So if I ever want to have a wife and kids, I first need to become a mature and reliable man. Anyways, thank you for listening to my story, and please subscribe to this channel.
No, I ain't subscribing after you put me through that. As if you really want to grow up and be mature, you would have stopped with the milk. But no, you continue. He didn't mature, and this video was a waste of time. Well, besides for me, as I get views and money from it. Well, not mine yet, but still. Anyway, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope my commentary made it less painful for you and overall a better experience to watch. Next video won't be a cringe video. In fact, it will be a video on my very home series, but until then, goodbye.